đau nhức xương khớp, thoái hóa, thoát vị đĩa đệm, tê bì chân tay, đi lại khó khăn, sử dụng Tây y tái đi tái lại, dùng ngay 4 viên an khớp trung ương 3 mỗi ngày ổn định tình trạng xương khớp, đi lại dễ dàng. Gọi ngay số tổng đài đang ghim trên màn hình để nhận giải pháp ngay.
Mới có 5 ngày thôi, công nhận thuốc rất là hay.
Mới có 5 ngày thôi đã đỡ lắm rồi.
Đến ngày thứ 5 thì bắt đầu cảm thấy dễ chịu lắm, nhẹ hẳn đi.
Tuyệt vời, trên cả tuyệt vời. Cái chữ tốt là chưa đủ với nó. Thuốc tiên chứ không phải là thuốc tốt nữa.
Tôi người thật việc thật, tôi đã sử dụng khỏi hoàn toàn. Bây giờ các bạn cứ tin tưởng, mua và sử dụng sẽ khỏi đấy.
Hay mình uống một liệu trình, tôi thấy đỡ hẳn luôn, hoàn toàn chấm dứt hẳn.
Thế thì tôi uống được dăm 7 hôm thì tôi thấy là bệnh của tôi nó cải thiện rất là rõ rệt. Bắt đầu cái cơn đau nó cũng giảm dần. Sau khi tôi uống xong bây giờ bệnh đã đến mấy tháng này là hầu như là không thấy các hiện tượng bệnh của mình nữa.
Các nhà khoa học Việt Nam và Hoa Kỳ mới đây vừa hợp tác hoàn thành công trình nghiên cứu kết hợp dược liệu dân gian Việt Nam với các thảo dược nhập khẩu từ Hoa Kỳ vào hỗ trợ điều trị bệnh xương khớp.
Thì cái sản phẩm, các cái dược liệu của nó đấy thì tôi đã nói rồi, nó là những thảo dược rất là quý mà đã được sử dụng lâu đời. Cái thứ hai là cái chế sản xuất của nó lại bằng ứng dụng một cái công nghệ cao đấy, bằng cái phương pháp là enzyme hoạt hóa, cho nên rõ ràng là cái việc sử dụng nó hấp thu nhanh hơn và cái công dụng của nó, cái tác dụng của nó sẽ tốt hơn bằng những cái phương pháp thông thường.
Những ai ấy mà đang bị cái bệnh mà như tôi như này mà chữa các cách rồi mà không khỏi ấy, thì cứ sử dụng luôn đi. Và tôi thấy là cái sản phẩm này tốt vô cùng đấy.
Tôi dùng có hơn 1 tháng mà bây giờ bệnh của tôi đã khỏi hẳn.
Tôi thấy cái sản phẩm này là nó cũng không đắt mà nó cũng tương ứng với cái sản phẩm đấy. Uống mà thấy nó khỏi thì có đắt bằng mấy tôi cũng phải mua. Không đắt, giá cả nó cũng phải chăng thôi.
Sản phẩm này thì rất tốt, dùng lâu dài vì nó không có tác dụng phụ như thuốc Tây, rất phù hợp với tuổi như chúng tôi.
Tôi uống 2 cái liệu trình nữa từ bấy giờ là tôi không thấy gì nữa. Là sức khỏe tôi là hoàn toàn là khỏe hẳn.
Phải nói là hiệu nghiệm, và tất cả các cái chỗ khớp đau trước đây của tôi là bây giờ là nó đỡ hẳn ngay, rất là hiệu quả.
Ưu đãi mua 2 tặng 1, mua 4 tặng 2 duy nhất hôm nay dành cho 99 khách hàng, nhanh tay gọi đến số tổng đài ghim trên màn hình sớm nhất.
20 ngày thì hết tê bì chân tay, 40 ngày thì ăn ngon ngủ ngon.
Chân tay của tôi á, nó không còn bị tê bì như lúc trước, mình thấy mạnh khỏe, đầu óc mình thoải mái vô cùng.
Cái tay chân thì nó cũng đỡ đau nhức nhiều lắm.
Càng uống càng ngon, càng uống càng khỏe. Đến giờ tôi nhá, ăn ngon ngủ ngon. Chân tay thì không bị tê bì nữa.
We've seen earlier how technology changes can affect your ability to observe data. And that's where enhanced conversion comes in. Enhanced conversion for web will allow you to increase conversion observability, whether you're optimizing towards lead forms or even online sales, by increasing the amount of available first-party data. In the same way, through that, you'll be able to have as well better conversion modeling. And finally, enhanced conversion for web will also allow to improve your campaign's performance. As we know, today, automated bidding strategies are all dependent on the amount of data that is observable and available within the systems. With greater modeling and greater observability, it will also help them perform at their best. We expect today the increase on conversion rates to be of 5% after implementation on search campaigns. And this amount is only expected to become higher as more and more browsers are moving towards cookie-less browsing modes. Content mode, on the other hand, will help you navigate the regulatory side of things. Through conversion modeling, you will be able to recover loss of conversion due to user content choices. Operating in the EU or the UK, you're required to obtain content from your users to store the data. This can either be done through a third-party content management platform or through an in-house solution. Either way, you'll want to implement content mode. Content mode is Google Ads measurement solution that allows your Google tags to communicate about a user's content status and also enables Google to model for conversions. Content mode comes with a few benefits, which are that it's respectful of content choices while allowing you to better measure. It will also help you solve for unknowns. As we know, conversion modeling will be there to fill the gaps where observability of data can't be recovered. It will also ultimately help you measure performance in a better way. Used with enhanced conversion for web, it will provide you with a 360-degree view of your performance. Now, how do enhanced conversion and content work together? When the user grants consent, enhanced conversion for web will be able to recover those conversions. This will also help improve and increase the size of the observable data pool. Content mode, in the meantime, will work behind the scenes to train its models based on this observable data. But when the user doesn't provide content, then measurement of conversions will have to be done as an aggregate level. This could also mean that we might lose insights over our customer journey. And this is where content mode can help solve for this issue by modeling conversions based on the observable data it has trained its model on earlier. This will help filling any gaps for measurement and as well compare performance. Now, what enhanced conversion and content mode have in common is that they both leverage conversion modeling. Today, you could have your measurement foundations built on very robust observable data, including implementing enhanced conversion. But this might prove not to be enough, as we could still have some gaps due to user content choices, increased browser regulations, or even movement across devices. It is therefore important that we leverage machine learning to help us fill those gaps in terms of measurement. More observable data will also mean better modeling for content mode. Now, let's talk about Google Analytics 4. Google Analytics 4 will become your new platform when it comes to marketing decisions involving first-party data. Not only it will use conversion modeling to identify and report on customer insights, but it will also help you improve your automated bidding strategies and inform your wider marketing strategy. Google Analytics 4 is a new measurement solutions that is designed to help you keep up with the changes within the ecosystem. It comes with a new set of features and sets you up for a future without cookies. This includes helping you navigate and address measurement gaps, for instance, through conversion modeling when cookies or other identifiers are not available. Secondly, it will also provide you with a clear and complete view of your customer journey. As we move to an event-based measurement model, this will help you get a clear view of what your customer life cycle is across web and app. And finally, predictive metrics will also be a game changer for you when it comes to building a strong and robust first-party audience strategy. If you're using Universal Analytics, keep in mind that Universal Analytics will be deprecated, sunsetting on July 1st, 2023. So we urge you to take the necessary steps to migrate right now, not to lose any capabilities. Now, enabling privacy-centric measurement solutions is more of a journey than a one-shot approach. We want you to use these slides, this sequence, to help you on your journey. Something to note here is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to implementing those solutions. It will depend ultimately on where you are on your journey and what your needs are as well. But we want you to know that you should use this sequence to advance towards this objective. All three products from the privacy-centric measurement suite all work together and are all complementary to each other. Now, let's talk about performance. Once you have your privacy-centric measurement solutions in place, don't forget to enable automation as well to maximize performance. Smart bidding leverages machine learning to optimize towards conversion or conversion value, trying ways to get you towards the users are the most likely to convert. Today, there are 80% of Google advertisers that use smart bidding for cost efficiency and saving themselves time. Automation can only work as good as you feed it with great data, meaning that if you combine the first-party data approach with smart bidding, you also make sure to provide it with the most accurate and relevant data for it to use. Smart bidding will both use observable and model data gathered from enhanced conversion and content mode to best predict outcomes and optimize towards performance. Well, this is it. I hope that you found this session useful, and I'm handing it over now to Pippa to take you through the different steps of the Google Analytics migration. Thank you.
welcome to the second segment of Ads Academy. I'm Pippa, a regional product lead here at Google with a focus in privacy and measurement. I've been at Google for over 4 years now, working across a few teams in Sydney, Auckland, and most recently here in Dublin. My day-to-day includes going between our incredible partner teams here at Google and our engineers to make sure that we're bringing the right products to the market to solve for the right challenges and opportunities within the broader industry. But that also means that I'm not quite as close to the people side as I used to be, so I'm thrilled to be here today to be running this training for you on one of my favorite products, Google Analytics 4. We'll be diving into some step-by-step instructions as well as some key watch-outs on setting up and linking Google Analytics 4 properties. But firstly, why? Universal Analytics will begin its deprecation on July 1st, 2023. After a period, you will no longer be able to see reports or access Universal Analytics data. And to avoid loss of data and gaps within your reporting, it's important to migrate to Google Analytics 4 as soon as possible. Let's take a look on how we can do that. We can boil it down into 3 key steps. Firstly, and what I'll be going into today, is setting up and linking Google Analytics 4 properties. Here, you can use the GA4 Setup Assistant to create a new Google Analytics 4 property that collects data in parallel with your existing Universal Analytics property. Here, we need to be sure to re-tag if we're not using the latest site-wide tagging, the Google tag, and enable data collection during this setup phase. Also in this step, we need to link through the new Google Analytics 4 property to Google Ads as well. In step 2, over time, we can create, import, and activate Google Analytics 4 audiences and conversions. And then eventually, step 3 is to move over business critical reporting from Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4. Diving into that a little deeper and zooming into that first step of creating and linking a Google Analytics 4 property. Before we actually start, it's important that we start by reviewing your ads account as well as your reporting structure and how you can get the most out of the new Google Analytics 4 for your business by using its features and controls that it provides. Here we can analyze current ads campaigns and current Universal Analytics conversions and audiences that you're using in your advertising strategy. You can ask yourself questions like, do I need all of my current conversions and audiences? Are they adding value to my business? Do I have to migrate all of them? Or is there a potential here to redefine, what success looks like in terms of conversions and audiences that are adding the most value to you and your business? Here, we can use this as a bit of an opportunity to polish your advertising strategy, if you will. Now, getting started. You can find the Setup Assistant within the admin console of an analytics account. You can think of the Setup Assistant as a checklist to work through. Note that some items are optional and their relevance depends on how you're currently using analytics. The Google Analytics 4 Setup Assistant can help to guide you through this process. Here on the screen, I've included a screenshot to help demonstrate exactly what this looks like in action. It's going to provide you with a step-by-step guide, which will help to walk you through how to configure the necessary steps to make your Google Analytics 4 property ready for use. We can start by making sure that our Google Analytics 4 property is going to be linked through to the Universal Analytics property in its original. Now, to create a new property under I need to create a new Google Analytics 4 property within the Setup Assistant, click Get Started. Secondly, if your site uses the jtag.js tag, you'll have the option to enable data collection using your existing tags. We recommend using this feature if you want to benefit from some of the new features within Google Analytics 4, for example, predictive audiences. And then lastly, importantly, click Create Property. The Setup Assistant identifies a number of configuration settings that you can use to implement in your Google Analytics 4 property. We recommend that you firstly, link all required integrations, for example, Google Ads, and I'll show you how to do that in the next step. Secondly, activate Google Signals. Next is setting up audiences and migrating your goals and conversions, and we'll be diving into that in a little deeper in future sessions. Then, and this is a more advanced step and you don't have to do this, is setting up user IDs as well as measurement protocols. If you have a Universal Analytics property connected to your Google Analytics 4 property, the settings identified here help to create continuity in configuration between the two properties that you have. Diving a little more into my first point here, the Google Ads link import tool can be used to copy over the links between Google Ads and Universal Analytics to your new Google Analytics 4 property. You can access the Google Ads linking tool via Admin, Setup Assistant, Linking, and Get Started. After linking a Google Analytics 4 property to your Google Ads, conversions can be exported for usage within Google Ads once you've created them. Audiences are actually immediately available within Google Ads after creation without having to be exported separately. Again, I've included a screenshot of exactly what that looks like here on screen. Now, I know that I've whittled through quite a lot of content this morning, so thank you for both your time and attention as we've gone through a deep dive on how to set up and link a Google Analytics 4 property successfully. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Abdur Rahman, a measurement growth consultant at Google. I'm super excited to talk to you about audiences in GA4 and bring to you some new features which you can use for your Google ad campaigns. So make sure you check out this session coming soon. Our research at Google shows consumer journeys are becoming increasingly complex, and engaging the target customer is becoming trickier than ever. As digital touchpoints, channels, and choices continue to expand, consumer journeys have become ever messier, resembling a chaotic scavenger hunt. Nowadays, users can hop between different stages of the funnel in a non-linear fashion. This calls for a radical change in the audience strategy, a change from siloed approach per channel and platform to cohorts that engage in an ongoing activity cycle. And this is where GA4 comes to your rescue. GA4 can help you build a robust audience strategy. So, number one, you can collect and measure. The event-based data model merges site and app data, helping you to make better data-driven decisions with a deeper understanding of user behavior. You can also integrate your data from options like data import or measurement protocol to provide you with a holistic customer view. Number three, you can analyze for insights. Google Analytics 4 has machine learning embedded at its core, providing analysts with powerful insights and access to data. You can leverage insights and intelligence to do more, such as quickly gleaning valuable insights that enable better marketing decisions. And lastly, you can activate on the insights. It enables you to develop a comprehensive plan for activating your insights and audiences through our platform integrations. Now, you must be wondering, how do I capitalize on these new capabilities of GA4 for Google ad campaigns? So let's jump into the implementation part. We'll go over 3 simple steps. Number 1, link your Google Ads account to GA4. Second one, create audiences. And finally, add these audiences to the ad campaigns. If you have your Google Ads and GA4 account open, that's great. You can follow the steps. If not, that's also fine. You can come back to this video later and play it at your own pace. First and foremost, you should link the Google Ads account to GA4. So for this, go to the admin panel in your GA4 account, then go to the product links and click Google Ads links. Press the link option here. Finally, choose your ad account and make sure to enable personalized advertising so that your audiences are available in Google Ads library and can be used in the ad campaigns. The next step is to create audiences so you can unleash the power of GA4 targeting. You have 3 options to choose from. So you can either create an audience from scratch, or you can use system templates, or create a predictive audience, a smart new feature I'm super excited to introduce you to today. Let's see how we can set each of these up. First up, creating a custom audience. Step number 1, click on create a custom audience. Then you can name and describe your audience. Step number 3 is to include or exclude users from numerous events and attributes options. For example, you can choose a page view event where users add to cart. You then need to set a duration and trigger for this audience. Final step, click Save. There's also a second option to choose from GA4 suggested audiences from templates that are based on your industry. For instance, you might want to push a particular product or service to the suggested audience of non-purchasers, your potential customers who have not made a purchase yet.